I want to go across to Aiyshwarya Mahadev first, because the BJP so far on multiple issues wasn't finding something to latch on to in the manifesto, and you could have well avoided this. You've specifically mentioned the Bajrang Dal, giving the BJP and the Prime Minister the opportunity to now attack you as being a pro-Muslim, anti-Hindu party. Given how the campaign was shaping up so far, and given the fact that if you look at incidents of violence in Karnataka, there isn't that much in the public that's proven against the Bajrang Dal, has the grand old party Aiyshwarya scored a self-goal in this last leg of campaigning?
Good evening, Rahul. I just have two things to say. One, I'm going to read something out. We believe that law and the constitution is sacrosanct and cannot be violated by individuals and organizations like Bajrang Dal, PFI and others promoting enmity or hatred, whether amongst majority or minority communities. That is the statement that has been put out, one, verbatim. And second, when Pradhan Mantri Modi ji comes here, I come from the land where Hanuman was born. I come from the land where Anjaneya himself is worshipped, and because Anjanadri Betta is where he comes from. And today, for the Prime Minister to be equating a god to an organization which has seen instances of so much violence, the most recent being one of their most celebrated sort of celebrities in the Bajrang Dal, Puneet Kerehalli, having murdered somebody after having tasered them, and then that man died and he's been arrested. It is a shame that the Prime Minister wants to equate a god that is sacred to all of us to an organization. Rahul, the clarification is very clear for everybody. Any organization, irrespective of caste, faith or creed, that promotes any enmity and hatred and divide in society or tries to perpetuate violence, we will take action against.
No, but that's not what you're saying. I'm reading from your manifesto, Aiyshwarya. Let's just stick to the manifesto. You are saying,
I am reading from the manifesto as well.
Individuals and organizations like the Bajrang Dal, you name the Bajrang Dal first. You mentioned the PFI, which is already banned second, therefore you can't possibly ban it again. And others promoting enmity of hatred, which is fine. You could have just said any organization that promotes enmity and hatred, we will act against them in keeping with the law and the constitution, which cannot be violated, which is a perfectly kosher thing to say. It almost seems, by looking at this manifesto, that you are wanting to give the BJP an opportunity to turn this into a Hindu-Muslim kind of issue. Because the PFI is banned, the Bajrang Dal isn't. The question that will be asked to you is, where is enough evidence, body of evidence against the Bajrang Dal as an institution, not against some member of the Bajrang Dal, but against the Bajrang Dal as an organization, for the Bajrang Dal to be banned?
Across the state, the Dalita Sangharsha Samitis across the state, whether it was in Chikmagalur, whether it was in Koppa, whether it was in Chintamani, in Tumkur and Kolar, you're seeing several instances of organizations coming out and saying the Bajrang Dal is harassing us while even transporting cattle even for our own farms. They have filed complaints several times. You are seeing in Shimoga district how many cases have been there. But Rahul, the instance is not that. If there is one organization, it is one organization, fine. Maybe it will be 10 organizations promoting enmity. But the BJP here has latched on to this, while always saying is any organization perpetuating violence. I can give you 15 instances.
No, but you're not saying any organization. You're naming a particular organization, making it seem as if this manifesto has an agenda against this particular organization, and you're not being able to answer on this show questions about the evidence against the Bajrang Dal, which would require for it to be banned. Answer that question. Give me the evidence. Why would you want to ban the Bajrang Dal? You will take decisive action as per law, including imposing a ban on such organizations like the Bajrang Dal. Where is the evidence? Why will you ban them for?
So, Rahul, if you want to argue on the rhetoric of what like Bajrang Dal is versus Bajrang Dal itself, we can have a very long-drawn conversation about it. But the essence of what this point was, as the party has made very clear, is that any organizations, because look at the Puneet Kerehalli case, which was the most recent that we've seen, where you tase somebody and you murdered somebody and they've been arrested and they are your celebrities in the Bajrang Dal. It was an instance of saying the state will not stand for any intolerance whatsoever, right? And we talk about the Bajrang Dal, there are ties to Dhruv Saxena, there are 100 different, proofs that I can give you.
No, give us the proof. That's what I'm asking you. You're randomly saying 100 different proof. You're a smart person. Build a case on this broadcast. Convince the people who are watching that there is in law a case for the Bajrang Dal to be banned. not one individual committing an act which may or may not be attributable to the organization, but build a case which you think is reasons for the Bajrang Dal to be banned. Like the PFI, the NIA investigated the organization for months at end, built a full case, after which action was taken for the Popular Front of India to be banned. Where is the evidence, the body of evidence, which would allow for a ban which is not laughed at to be implemented by the next government of Karnataka, which is the promise that you're making, Aiyshwarya?
Thank you, Rahul, for believing I'm an adjudicator or a legislative body here to sit and give you and build an entire case like the NIA for you. But I'm going to take the liberty to tell you this. I've told you what the Dalit Sangharsha Samiti has spoken about in Koppa, has spoken about in Chintamani, what has happened with Puneet Kerehalli, what has happened to the Bajrang Dal president in Shimoga district himself, where he was caught basically with his sleazy videos all across and also harassing young students. What happened to the Bajrang Dal in Shimoga? But this is not the case about one organization. It is about all organizations like the Bajrang Dal that we are saying that perpetuate hate and divide.
No, you're saying that one guy is found with some ridiculous videos. That's no reason for the organization to be banned.